Hey, what's up, everybody? So I was asked about filters and using tags. So one of my friends, Rob, he's working on HighLevel as well. He's using his own version. You guys can do that and follow along with a lot of things that we do. Or you can join our trip, and you can see recently we're doing this clone thing about the replicating the dashboards and replacing accolades. But anyhow, this question is, how do you do the if-then condition to look for a new tag so it takes it out of the current workflow? So let me explain what we're talking about. We're relating to Sumoquote, but what we're talking about is if we go into our pipeline here, and of course you can make different variations of this, but the concept being something is in sent, I'm going to start a drip series around that. And then when it's opened, I'm going to start a different drip series, but I want to remove it from that first one. Now, especially imagine like somebody signs it. So they signed this document, and now I need to decide that, hey, I no longer want to send that drip stuff. I want to go ahead with things that say, hey, I was just curious if you had made a decision, right? I want to take them out of that workflow. So how do I do it? So I'm going to show you a couple ways that you want to do this so you understand. So we're just going to go in Automagic. And if you're in HighLevel like Rob or anybody, you can follow along with this. It's not that hard. We'll just take a generic one here. So let me just grab this draft here. Let's see what we got going on. There's a webhook. There's no trigger. Doesn't really matter in this case. This is more for you to understand the concept. So I want you to think about this. So let's say somebody signed. The first thing I'm going to want to do is go ahead and add a tag. I'm going to add a tag that says signed, right? And add tag signed. It's very easy to do this. And I would recommend 3 words, maybe 4, but no more. If you do want to keep some more notes, by the way, guys, right here, you can add comments, and you can put in your comments, and you can even add like links, like this video, for example, you can add it in here to remember what's going on. So I like that. And if you save it, you'll just see it right here in the comment section. Nice for you to be able to edit things. But all right, moving on. So you added a tag, right? Now what you're doing is when something got signed, you're adding a tag. Now the next thing you can do is do remove from workflow, where you could say remove from another workflow. And you could say, I need it to be removed from, and then pick your workflow. So maybe it's this particular workflow here. I say remove it from that workflow. So that way it removes it from the workflow. And that's one way to do it. Now that's good. And that's forward thinking, where what you're doing is, sorry, I got motorbikes and everything. I'm in Costa Rica right now. It's a little bit quiet, but every so often when a motorized vehicle goes by, it gets a little loud. But anyways, all right. So what I have here is I removed it from the workflow. So that's one thing you can do. Now we're going to go a different way, and we're going to talk about the other action, the action where maybe it's already in a particular workflow and you want to go the other way around and you want to block it from the workflow, right? So what you can do is you can create something like another if-then statement, what Rob had mentioned. And let's say continue, not signed, right? So I'm going to say not signed. And what I'm going to do is look at contact details, tag, and I'll go down and say, does not include. I do not want it to include signed, right? If it doesn't include signed, continue. So what I'm saying is, hey, when it doesn't continue signed, continue. Now, here's a problem, guys. This trigger, imagine electricity, you turn it on. There's no way to stop it from going to that next light, but there is. There's something where you put in these weights, right? You put in a weight and you say, wait for whatever. Let's just say 1 day, right? Let's just put that in there for right now. You have this weight, and here's another action that says, let's just do a SMS real quick. Let's say we're sending an SMS saying, did you look at it yet? Obviously, it's not a great copyright, but you get the concept. So after the wait, what you can do is actually create the exact same if statement. You can say if, and then what you can do is go ahead and say that same thing. Condition is signed, is not signed, is what I'm going to do. Not signed. And again, 3 words, what I would suggest. And I'm going to say contact details, tags, does not include signed, right? And I save that. So what's going to happen is if it's not signed, it's going to continue, because remember, we started that electricity already. So you can't check it unless you have a stop, a wait. Now you can put one of these above every single one. I don't think that's very intelligent. You're going to have to do a little mapping and thinking about this, but you could see what we've done here is we put a filter right in the beginning. So first time it came in, we said, hey, check to see if it's signed already. It's not, keep going. And if it is, what's going to happen? It's going to take it out of the workflow. All right. Then it's going to say, okay, it's actually we waited a day, but before we start today's marketing or today's drip, let's check it one more time. Is it good? Has it been signed? Okay, then don't worry about it. If it hasn't been signed, let it go. And I might want to put something here, like a little notification saying, let's just say I want to do a notification. I like using the notifications, guys. I'm just going to tell you it's much better than my same. And I'm going to say contact name is now signed or is removed from drip. And then here I can put in my details, right? What happened? Basically, it's removed from the drip because of the fact that whatever. And I could put that information in there. You're going to want to put what's the redirect page. So you're going to say the contact probably. You're going to put who you want to get notified, all users, assigned user, things like that. And that way you can save that kind of thing. And there's nothing here. So I'll just put some stuff here. And there you go. There's our notification. But basically, you saw how we filtered it. So there's a couple different ways of doing that. And that's a great way of managing your filters. Tags, very important. Use tags intelligently. If you're always adding a tag up here, you're going to do a good job. So let's just say first thing when it comes in, I wouldn't do it here in this particular case because I have my filter. I would put it right after. So if it's not signed, I'm going to go ahead and tag it. And I'm going to tag it as, for example, let's just say this was a viewed deal. So I'm going to put that view tag over there, right? So whatever that action might be. Think about your tags. Be very intelligent. I think HighLevel and BUMS, they're built on tags. Tags are amazing. You can do a lot with the tags. You just need to think about them. All right. So hopefully that helps everybody and enjoy your day.